Queen's Comic Podcast. Hey, let's go.
Hey, welcome to the Queen's Comic Podcast. Sorry, your other show came up here where the other video. I'm like, no. I'm Billy Bombs.
I'm Ian.
And we're here. It's been a while since we've had a show, but we're happy to be back with you folks. The week started off kind of crazy. We lost Ed Piskor, who took his own life from from messing up, talking to somebody online, and then he felt, backed in the corner and he took his own life. So we've lost a pretty good artist, man, out there, and a guy who had a great YouTube channel.
Yeah. I don't know how much material he and Jim have kind of in the back pocket. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. I've had trouble watching it the last couple of days. I know Jim's been putting up some of the stuff that they had recorded before Ed passed, but it's too sad right now.
Yeah, of course, man. It's a horrible thing to happen because you could always bounce back from anything, but you can't bounce back from what he did. You know what I mean? To himself.
No, you can't. Obviously what he did, I can't defend it,
None of us can. But the thing is, though, it's not like even the girl involved. I'm sure she feels terrible about it because it's from talking has become ruined the guy's life.
Yeah. No, I can't defend what he did, but I'm not in Ed's headspace, right? So I can't even want to pretend to know where he was at when he did it. But to me, it didn't seem like he was beyond redemption.
No, everybody deserves a redemption.
What he did was wrong, but what he did wasn't illegal. And there's the mob mentality that factors into this, and people piled on without even knowing his side of the story, and he was guilty right off the bat. He wasn't given a chance. Now, he wasn't given a chance to defend himself, but he took that chance away by doing what he did.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You never give up on life, man.
I feel terrible for his family and for his friends and for Jim, and the whole thing is a mess. And we lost a great artist and a great contribution to the community. I mean, kayfabe's been going on. Kayfabe got me through COVID in a big way. I know I'm not the only one to have said that, but it really did a lot to reinvigorate my love for the medium and my love for comics. And even my wife, who doesn't really give a rat's ass about comic books for the most part, would find herself paying attention to the kayfabe videos because they were really good at what they did, and they were just interesting guys.
Yeah, but what can you do? A lot of the stuff that he was dealing with was on an app called Blue Sky. And I guess it's an offshoot of Twitter. And one thing I learned from this weekend of doing this whole weekend we've done shows. I'm like 24-hour party people where I'm doing shows, work, and everybody who was under the age of 21 or 22 that I met at a show or a concert, one of the venues I work at, nobody has social media.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of them is like, I have no social media whatsoever. I don't need it. I don't care. I don't want to deal with this. That's an old man thing. I was like, one, I feel old. Two, I understand.
Yeah, completely.
So, R.I.P. Ed Piskor. All we can do is just keep doing comic book stuff and have fun and kind of ignore all the people that bullied him, because you give them any attention, you're just wasting your time.
Yeah.
And that's it. Just it's like the Simpsons say, just don't look. And the behemoth dies. You know what I mean?
Right.
Give him no time. But let's jump on to another thing, because unfortunately we have to, because we can't dwell on stuff. Saturday we went to New Jersey. We went from Ridgewood, Queens to Ridgewood, New Jersey, which drove me nuts.
We went to King Kong tolls to get there.
Yes. From my house to Marriott. And we did well. We did really well picking up stuff. Every day was something. It was
King Kon 5. King Kon 5. The 5th time they've done the show. First time at the new venue, which I think was a little bit closer to the New York City area than the last one, because last time when I went, I had to drive through Staten Island and then into Jersey. This time we kind of just scattered our way through Manhattan, and we were there. What was it? About 40 minutes, right? So that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, going there was easy. Coming back was the hard part. But that's how New York
coming back wasn't too bad either, though. I mean, we were that hour and 10 minutes. Not bad.
I slept through it, so I apologize for that.
You did sleep through most of the drive.
I apologize for snoring. I was so tired.
That's fine.
What was your big pickup?
Dollar-wise, or
anything?
The most expensive book I bought all weekend was $10.
Wow.
It wasn't.
Yeah, I think I didn't pay that much.
I'll show it to you. I got it. I got it right here in this big stack of books. I just got to find it here. So yeah, here it is. It's an indie rarity, Godhead.
Oh yeah, you were like, I got to get this.
Yep, number 2. And why did I get it? Look at that cover. That's a James O'Barr cover.
Yep.
And I collect O'Barr's artwork, and this book is not easy to come by. So I saw it there. It's an all black, well, not an all black cover, but it's got the black border around it. So it's one of those books that shows every spine tick and every piece of damage. And I don't care about slab and stuff, but of course I like nice condition books better than lower condition books. And this one, there's 1 or 2 color breaking spine ticks, but it's in pretty beautiful shape. So I was happy to get it. Very happy to get it for $10.
Yeah, we'll do it. You can't go wrong with that price.
Nope.
Me, what was it like? I got a lot of like indie books. Like I'll show it off. I got this weird Harvey Comics of Back to the Future CBS show, but this is a giveaway, so I don't know. Like it was $1. And then one guy got me Freddy Cat.
Freddy's Cat, yeah, first issue, the digest sized one.
Yeah, from Freak Brothers, because he saw I had other Freak Brothers books I got.
Yep.
I did not spend that much at this show at all. I put the Simpsons books away because those are a pain in my ass, and the G.I. Joe. But to find indie stuff or comics underground, I love it. And
you got those for like what, like $3 a piece or something like that? They were pretty cheap.
Yeah, they were $3 each. And then I got a Fantastic Four with the record.
I know, because I found that for you.
Yeah, you're the man for that one. Thank you. Greg wrote his name on it, but I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Well, Greg didn't want anybody to steal his book.
Huh?
Greg didn't want anyone to steal his book.
I know. Greg really, I didn't even notice that, but I don't care because I have a Superman one. I have this. And then I got a Gil Kane cover of Creeper.
I love that cover.
Dude, it's so good. The way this guy draws. Let me show what I got, and then I'll show you what you gave me, which was pretty dope. I have a friend who collects Doctor Who, so she got 2 Doctor Who's.
Cool.
The last book I bought from that day was Not Brand Eck.
Mm-hmm.
And then you gave me this one in a trade.
Oh, yeah.
I gave you a book, and you're like, I got a bunch of these. You want one? I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, there was a guy with a dollar bin there who had multiple copies of that book in his dollar bin. So I grabbed a couple, and one for you, one for me.
Dude, so awesome.
Anytime
and then I got what I grabbed for you was the first work by George Perez, but in a Flash.
Oh yeah, it's in my pile right here. But yeah, anytime you can get vintage Ken Landgraf books for $1, that's a good day.
Dude,
and he's Queens. He's local.
Dude, I don't think there was a single bad vendor there. Like,
no, not really.
Everybody had good stuff, and I watched other people's videos. Like, only one video went up so far with Pop Fuzz. He went to the one booth I didn't go to, and he bought a ton of Golden Age.
He did. He bought a lot. Yeah, I saw it. Pop Fuzz has a video up, and Jim at Bronzeville has a video up as well.
Yeah, Jim from Bronzeville. Bronzeville was pretty good too. He had a good table too.
Yeah,
but I came.
Stuff.
What's up?
He's always got good stuff. Nice guy.
Great guy. My only thing is I only came with $40. I was like, I'm only going to spend $40, and I broke that after a while. But I still got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah,
great venue. Even the vendors in the annex area was phenomenal too.
Yep, it was very positive. Everyone was having a good time. So far as I know, there wasn't any drama. There was no books maybe being accidentally stolen or any nonsense like that.
Yeah. And they put it in the fact section or something like that. Like,
yeah, everybody seemed to be having a good time. The prices were pretty fair on most of the stuff. It didn't seem to me like, giant keys were flying off the walls. But people were picking up stacks of books. Like lower price books seemed to definitely be moving. I came. What really was the
one book everybody wanted?
Well, there were a few, but are you talking about the Dave
Stevens stuff? What's the one artist?
Yeah, the Dave Stevens stuff was moving. It was definitely moving.
Every single person, you got Dave Stevens, and like to the point where they got like to my face. I'm like, relax.
Yeah. Honestly, as much as I love Dave Stevens, I'm kind of tired of hearing about him at this point. No disrespect. He's
one all from a documentary, right?
The documentary is really good. It's on Prime if you want to watch it. It's called Drawn to Perfection. Goes into all sorts of detail about his life, his relationship with Brink Stevens, who cult movie fans will know from a lot of B movies that she was in, and interviews with people who were influenced by him, like Adam Hughes, people that knew him, like Mike Kaluta. It's really well done. It's pretty touching too when it covers the the last year or two of his life when he was sick, and it's hard not to get a little emotional when you watch it. But I mean, I've been collecting Dave Stevens stuff since I was a kid. So I
Yeah.
was buying stuff out of like the 50 cent bin in the 80s and the 90s because I liked his artwork. So I've got, I don't have all of his work, but I have a lot of it. And I can tell you, I wasn't paying hundreds of dollars a book like people are now, which is, hey, hooray for me. But that's, I guess, the benefit of being old and always digging around in the cheapie bins is you kind of accumulate this stuff over the years. And it's crazy to me how much money some of these books are going for now.
Bro, when people were telling me that because last year you got a big book called Planet Comics #1,
Yes.
and people were like, yeah, 500 to 1,000. I was like, really? I was like, we
Right.
had that for like $30.
That's it. When we bought that collection and that book was in it, it was a $30 book. And that wasn't that long ago.
No, and I was like, wow, holy smokes.
Yeah.
Because that's a big jump because it was like maybe 6 months.
Yeah. Another one that people are going crazy for is the cover he did for Vanguard with the two shapely young ladies with the laser guns getting into the ship, to avoid being attacked by the monsters. And I found one of those in the dollar bin at Midtown like 6 months ago.
I didn't give you the set.
I don't think so.
I have the set, but I think I only kept 2 books from it.
Okay.
Yeah, one of them is the Dave Stevens because you told me keep it. Yeah. And another one is the first appearance of Mr. Monster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need that one.
Oh, all right. I'll take a look around.
Cool. Yeah, let me know. But yeah, most of what I bought, the first table we hit, I don't know the vendor's name or I'd give him a shout out because he was great, but he had like 10 boxes of dollar bin stuff, most of which was like Bronze Age, some Copper Age. And there was an older gentleman who got to the table before us, and I kind of like saw over his shoulder what he was pulling out of those boxes, and I was like, oh, there's really good stuff in here. So I started going through the first couple of boxes, and it's Marvel stuff, and it's Avengers and Captain America, and I don't personally collect the titles from that era. 70s Marvel for me, I want the horror stuff. I want, Ghost Rider and Son of Satan and stuff like that. And I did find a couple of those books in there for $1. Once I got to the DC section, though, I pulled out a fat stack of like, I want to say 30, 35, maybe even 40 Bronze Age horror books like House of Mystery, House of Secrets, Secrets of Sinister House, that type of stuff.
You got so much, you were handing me a bunch of them. You're like, I got
Yeah. Yeah, well, there were multiples. So I was like, here, take this one. It's good. And then he had an independent section where I pulled out a bunch of Charlton horror and then some oddball stuff like a set of Vic and Blood, the Harlan Ellison, Richard Corbin 2-part miniseries, and then the New York City Outlaws books that we talked about earlier. But like, oh, and I also got Police Action starring Lomax from the NYPD, first issue. Very important, mega key.
Everybody goes nuts for those Atlas Comics #1s.
Yeah.
Because it's like a company that just didn't last more than 5 issues each book, right?
That's it. Yeah. And so it makes it easy to collect like the entire run. And I'm sort of like working on that myself, but I don't want to pay up for them. Like it used to be that you could find any Atlas comic in the dollar bin, no problem. Now some of them are starting to go for like 10, 15, 20, even like $30 for like some of the high grade ones. Honestly, they're not that good.
No, that's why they didn't make it.
But you get
it's all about owning IP books.
Like there's an issue of Morlock 2001 where you can see I believe it's Steve Ditko inked by Bernie Wrightson. So there's some really interesting stuff if you want to dig into those Atlas books. You'll get Neil Adams on some of the covers, you get Wrightson, you get Ditko. Most of them are Marvel knockoffs. Like, there's a Conan ripoff called Wolf the Barbarian. There's a Ghost Rider ripoff, stuff like that.
There's a Commandy ripoff.
Yeah, there might be. I don't remember.
No, it looks like Kirby, but it's not Kirby.
Yeah. So a lot of their stuff is knockoff material, but I don't know. I have a soft spot for schlock like that, which brings me to a couple other books I got. Issues 11 and 12 of The Crusaders. These are put out by Jack Chick. I don't know if you know who Jack Chick is.
No, I don't. Let me know who that is.
All right, so you ever on the subway and you find one of those weird little religious pamphlets that's a comic about how you'll go to hell? Those. Yeah, you're going to go to hell if you play Dungeons and Dragons or listen to heavy metal or stuff like that. So those are called Chick Tracks, and they've been around for decades. I think Jack Chick himself has passed away, but I mean, those things, when I was a kid growing up, I would find them everywhere. In the subways, on the buses, just scattered around town. I would find them everywhere.
I only own like 4 of them.
Yeah. And they're still around, but in the 70s, he made a series of comics called The Crusaders about like it was a white dude and a black dude who were like kind of missionaries from God, and they would get involved in different predicaments, and their religious beliefs would ultimately save them. So most of the stories revolve around the pair of crusaders, I guess you'd call them. But they're interesting. They're very bizarre. They're very fire and brimstone. They're talking about how you're basically going to go to hell, and your soul will be damned for eternity if you don't follow Jack Chick's specific religious dogma. Which I guess I'm in trouble.
Dude, don't worry. I'm already burning up right now. You know what was weird? I really wish you were at the second show I went to that I worked at.
That was the Hot Flip show in Long Island.
Yeah, dudes were running to grab bins from Hot Flips because he had boxes.
Uh-huh.
And I entered the auction, and I bought a 2015 tribute to Star Wars: The Phantom Menace sealed Topps cards. I love Star Wars, and I love Topps, so that's like a perfect combo. And my this girl I used to see is the artist for the sketch cards for Star Wars. So I have one of her cards, and I have this. So that was cool. It's for the Legion Hall. But the comics I got, I was like, I didn't know half of them. I wish you were there because you know better. You want to see some of them?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Dark Fantasies.
I know that book.
Yeah, and then I got another one, number 6.
Very nice.
I grabbed stuff that maybe you need, but this is a series I collect. Actually, let me show you the other ones, the other pervy books, and then I'll show you that.
Pervy books are the best.
Yeah, but you would know, like not that you would know, but like something like I'm going to show you a series of another one, complete, because I hate little by little. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of wrestling books because now wrestling is not popular, which I love. I love when stuff is not popular no more, so I can get it for cheap. Here, let me show the pervy books here because you can tell I ran from work to get here. All right, here we go. All right, Satanica.
Mm-hmm.
If you need them, let me know.
Yeah, I'll have to go through my list and check. That's got the Frazetta cover on it.
Yep, it says right here on the bottom. So if you need any of these, let me know because you know me, I don't sweat them.
Right, I definitely will.
Catfight number 0.
Yeah, I remember that.
Double Impact Helena.
Double Impact ran for a long time. There's a lot of Double Impact. I never read Double Impact. It seemed to me like it was just there wasn't much of a story to any of it. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. And anybody who has read it should let us know if it's good or not.
Dude, I would love to know. But like here, and then it gets a little bit weirder, and then I'm jumping around a little bit. Happy the Clown.
I don't know that one.
This one's going on your pile.
All right.
A Loot Crate exclusive. My favorite 2 films: Big Trouble in Little China.
That's cool.
Meets Escape from New York.
Yep.
Book I've been collecting. Deadline.
Oh, there's some cool stuff in there. That's where the first Tank Girl stories are in there. And if I remember correctly, the first comic book appearance of Gwar is in an issue of Deadline.
Gwar, this one's Johnny Nemo, but I'm sure the one with her is the big oversized magazine ones.
Mm-hmm.
And Gwar's probably in these. And here's something I did. Oh, let me grab some other stuff, and then I'll start off the weird ones I was like really like excited about. All right, I'm a big Eduardo Riso fan, and I found one of these. Him doing Batman. I've never seen him do a Joker or Batman. And he does a Batman years ago for Black and White because I have his statue, but I never seen him do Harley Quinn and Joker. So that was cool. China Wrestling Magazine. I don't know. I just felt like it. Sorry. Ultimate Warrior Ashcan.
Oh, I remember that. Did that came in like an issue of Wizard or something?
Probably because I've never seen it. I'm a big Mike Cho fan, so I didn't know he did all the Fantastic Four. So I have now 3 out of 4. Well, 4 out of 5 because it has a Watcher. And get this one. This one I didn't know. Maybe you knew. Adam Hughes did covers for X-Men Classics.
Mm-hmm.
Did not know that. There's 9 issues, 71 to 79. They're fucking awesome.
There's some really cool stuff in those X-Men Classics. I mean, the first issue is got that backup story that kind of elaborates on, I think, Giant Size X-Men #1 that, if I remember right, John Bolton did the art on. And it's really good. It's really cool. I
kept that for Arthur Adams cover.
Yeah. You get the Arthur Adams cover and the original backup story. Like, I don't know. I'm not exactly got my finger on the pulse of the market. But to me, that book seems like it's way undervalued.
I
You can
believe
find it
it,
for like
but
$5-10 in high grade.
yeah, but I got it from me. Here, these are ones that you know better. Night of the Living Dead 0.
Yeah, that's a Fanico.
I think so. Yeah, I thought it was cool. Like this is stuff you know.
Mm-hmm.
The Green Monster
I don't know the Green Screen Monster. No, that's a great Frankenstein cover though.
from Comic Zones #1.
Oh, those guys did some serial killer comics around the same time.
Oh, Screen Monster, not Green Monster. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You need it?
I do.
All right.
That's pretty
Ian
cool.
pop up. You got a pile over there, a bunch of stuff. And then I saw this. I don't know what this is. Maybe you know.
All about collecting comics. Nope.
It looks like it's from the oldies. It looks like a newsprint. It's very thin. It's probably one page.
It's
But
probably
I
like an
thought it was so
insert.
cool.
Like if you look at the logo, the Marvel logo, that looks like '90s era Marvel logo to me.
I know, but I love this stuff. It has like a treasure chest,
Probably
a
an
comic.
insert, like a promotional insert of some sort.
I love this. And maybe you know
Good
what this
cover.
is? Blip.
Uh-uh.
Blip 1 and 2 is the first video game comics. I don't know
Yeah,
which
but
one this is.
is that the same blip?
I think it is because I think it's all like the same logo, but and it's super thick, like really thick book. But I just don't know what it is.
Open that up, see who published it.
Yeah. Because everybody had Blip 1 and 2 on their walls. Great.
Yeah. I
And
had
then this was
a
like
blip number
$1.
one. I had a blip #1 for the longest time that I bought as a kid, and I don't know what happened. I think I lost it in a flood. It's an
That's
expensive book, man.
what's the significance of the Blip #1?
Doesn't it have the first appearance of Donkey Kong and Super Mario Brothers in a comic?
I have the first appearance of Mario Brothers in a comic. It's in Japanese.
Okay, well then in an American comic.
I know I'm teasing. It was a cool find at Gotham Thrift years ago.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, what is this? And I looked it up and they're like, oh, it's the first Mario, but it was in Japanese. How are we gonna know?
Right.
All right, let's see. This is from Bordick Press.
So then it's maybe a different blip.
Steve Conley. This was like $1.25. I don't know. I always thought it was all video game stuff. It may be, but I still find it cool because I don't know what it is. They have video game stuff in the back, but it also has Finder from '96.
I'm of the opinion that if you see something you haven't seen before and you're intrigued by it and it's cheap, do it because you're never going to see it again.
Well, here's the one that this is not like my most treasured thing. My treasured shit I got. I can't wait to show you. But I got more beautiful stories for ugly children.
Mm-hmm.
And like my old roommate, who we haven't spoken in a long time, collects these. I think I have 2 copies of this one.
Very cool.
$1, $1, $1.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm going to show you the 2 other big ones, and then I got to show you what I got an hour ago too. But this is my favorite stuff here. I got myself for a great price from Tiger Comics. I got the first female Punisher.
Yeah. Love
I've
that
been looking
cover.
for this for a while.
Is that a text cover?
Yeah, Mark Teixeira.
Yeah, it's a great cover.
It's beautiful. And then I got something because I was selling VHS. He was like, yo, I got something you'd like. A VHS cover.
Oh, that's cool. With Deadman on it.
Deadman and Harley Quinn. I love this.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
awesome.
Deadman. I love was it Boston Brand? He's so good.
Yeah.
So good with Gotham Video. Oh man, I'm like a little kid. But my big pickup for the show, the biggest one, the most important one, Uncle Scrooge. So it says the first Don Roses. I didn't get a chance to check.
Right.
I hope it is, but either way, this is beautiful.
I'm with you on the Don Rosa fixation. You know what? No disrespect to Carl Barks. He was fantastic. He laid the groundwork for everybody to come, but Don Rosa is really the only Disney artist whose stuff I legitimately collect.
Well,
The Barks
I can't
stuff
wait
is
to
crazy
meet him.
expensive. So
I hope he comes to Terrificon again.
he was there last year,
and
I meant to give Anthony my copy of the hardcover to get signed, and I forgot about it.
Bro, me too, but let's go this year. No matter what.
We're going.
Is there any other books you got to show, or should I show off what I
got
found?
I got a stack. So yeah, we can kill
You do
some
it
time
next.
here. Another dollar bin pickup. Mystique #2. Not gonna
So good.
lie, I don't know if I'll ever read it. I bought it for the Linsner cover because I like Joe Linsner's art.
Is that a Mayu cover?
No, it's Joe Linsner, the guy who did
I got like
Crash
5 of them. I love those books.
Yeah, And then another dollar bin pickup. First Kilowog.
So good. So
Yeah,
good. Look how beautiful and clean that is.
it's a nice copy. For a dollar, why would I leave that there? I can't afford EC originals unless I find them dirt cheap, so I always pick up the reprints when I can. I didn't have this one, so this one cost me $2 whole. It's got a fantastic Graham Ingles cover. Haven't had time to flip through it yet, but you don't leave it there. I did mention earlier my love of the Son of Satan, and I'm working on finishing my run, which isn't a very long run. It's less than 10 issues, I think. But then there's the Marvel Spotlight issues, which were another 10 issues, and I got 4 issues that I
4 of
needed.
them. That's awesome.
Yep.
Dude, that's a hard
Yep.
set to finish.
Yeah, so I'm getting close on that one. I had mentioned earlier my wife doesn't care about comics. There are a few exceptions. Peanuts being one, Felix the Cat being another, and more recently Nancy and Sluggo. And I did find this for $3, an issue of Sparkler Comics from the late 40s, featuring
I
Nancy
remember
and
you showed it
Sluggo.
to me. Like my wife will love it.
Yeah. So yeah, I was pretty happy to get this. I'll pick up any of the Nancy and Sluggo Golden Age stuff that I could find cheap. I was at a store in New York City on Sunday. I won't mention them by name because I don't want to hurt their reputation, but they had a stack of them in like mid-grade, but they wanted like 30 to 40 bucks a piece. And I'm like, I can get them online for $5.
Why'd you tell him about that crazy thing you found there?
I don't have it in front of me, and I want to do a bit more research on that first.
Fair enough. In one of these shows,
We'll save that for the next episode because it's pretty wild.
I'm in a little bit of a situation with you on that one.
Yeah.
I got one today too. That was a little bit weird.
Okay. I did also mention earlier my love of 70s schlocky comics like Atlas. Another fixation that I have, Charlton horror books. If I see a Charlton horror book for $3 or less, as long as it's intact and not beat to hell, I'm buying it. And I'd never even bother to check my CLZ app to see if I have it. So I have a lot of multiples at this point. But I mean, early 70s Haunted with a bunch of Ditko art in it. Love that cover. Baron Werewolf's Haunted Library. Another Ditko cover on that one.
Nice.
Good stuff. Ghost Manor, number 21. I don't know who did the cover on this. I can't read the signature on it. Guy's got a bit of a bondage.
That is so good.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to kink shame him, but he also looks a bit like Odorous from Guar.
Yeah. The goat.
Dr. Graves, number 74. This one I think is late 70s, maybe early 80s.
What, it's just called Dr. Graves?
Yeah.
I have a book for you if you need it.
Okay.
The Many Ghosts of Dr. Graves, number 53.
Yeah, it's the same run. They just, I guess, shortened the title later on.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I have
need
that
this one.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's on the. I'll put it on the pile.
I need all the Charlton horror.
You got it. I grabbed it for $1 and a dollar sale on Instagram.
It's beautiful.
And the guy brought it to me Sunday.
Perfect. A 12-cent cover, so it's a Silver Age book. Ghostly Tales number 71, which has the story of the Phantom Surfer. I actually read this last night.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and a Jim Aparo cover on it, some Ditko art inside on 2 of the 3 stories. The Phantom Surfer story is ridiculous. It's like these teens are at the beach, and this jerk here, he's there with his girlfriend, and she's all like, whoa, there's a scary Phantom Surfer. And then they see like this ghost surfing, but he wipes out. And this jerk here is like, oh, that guy, he sucks. He can't surf. He's not really a ghost. So he decides to go out and surf the wave himself. And I don't want to spoil the ending. I'll spoil the ending. No one cares about this book except me. And he dies and becomes a Phantom Surfer himself. So spooky, very spooky.
Nice.
And then I got the first issue of Outer Space, which also has a bunch of Ditko art in it. It's very bizarre, but it's also pretty fun. So
if you ever see a second one of those, get me one.
Absolutely, you got it.
Anything space and robots, I love.
Yeah. And then I also have a thing for older 70s DC horror. Who doesn't, right? So I'm working on my Phantom Stranger run. I needed this issue with Dead Man in it. And I'm trying to finish the Silver Age Spectre run. So I picked up this one. Happy to get that. And I'm missing a handful of the original Swamp Thing run. I have all the rights and issues, but there's a couple of later issues I was missing. So that was one of them. And then this was the last issue I needed to finish the 70s Shadow run. So that completes it for me. And then what else did I get? Miller Daredevil issue I was missing. So I'm now down to missing 3 from the Miller run. Getting close on that. The first issue of Sex. Haven't read it yet. I actually don't know anything about this story.
Fair.
Then, talking about Dave Stevens earlier, some lesser known Dave Stevens books. He's got a pinup in each one of these. You can find these fairly cheaply. And then I don't have it in front of me, but I found the other one that he did, because he did 3 issues of Who's Who, and it's actually a double cover, which is pretty cool. So that's
Are you gonna hold on to that for PC?
yeah, probably. And then the Perez Flash book you gave me, his first DC work. Yeah. And then another DC run that I'm working on is Weird War Tales. And so 3 issues that I needed from that run.
Well, what a great pickup.
Yeah, I was pretty happy. It was a good show.
We did well. Today, before we did the show, I ran out to get a couple of things. I decided to go to the thrift store. I'm going to show you what I got first, and then I'll show you what they gave me as a gift. So okay. Here, let me grab one. They got me a G.I. Joe His Tank.
Oh, I had that when I was a kid. I had that.
Yeah, but the black one is 2004. In my glass display case is the 1983 one.
Yeah, I had the 1983 one.
Yeah, and I've never seen this in person. This was like one of those, like, it came out in some stores, some was fan club, some shit like that. I didn't care. I love G.I. Joe, so I was happy to get this. I think it's a couple of bucks. But then I decided to flip through the comics. And then, of course, I had to say to myself, I said, let's get dangerous. I got a bunch of these books. Darkwing Duck from Disney.
Oh, cool. The original series.
The original series, 2010, something like that.
Might even be earlier than that.
No, I looked it up.
Is that Disney Comics or is that Boom?
Boom.
Oh, okay, so 2010, yeah, second series.
Yeah, so, but the number 12 is not so much money. This one is like key. It's like a $10 key. I don't know what it is. I think it's like it's number 6. But then it becomes this one's a tribute to Batman.
Right. Detective.
Yeah, and I love Gizmo Duck.
Launch cover.
All right. Here's where it gets harder. This one is 17,000 printed.
Oh wow, low print run.
Yeah, and then here's the last one is a tribute to X-Men, the final issue of the series, number 18, another low print run.
That's cool.
So I'm a big Gizmo Duck fan. So I want to finish my left arm tattoos, and one of them is going to be Gizmo Duck's helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just love stupid shit like that. But then here's where, when I walked in, they're like, oh, we got a gift for you. Maybe you know who this is. It's an Uncanny X-Force with a ring mark and a signature.
I can't tell.
It's not Phil Noto, and it's not Jerome Opeña. So I'm going to be up all night trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
But it says 2010, so I don't know. I'm happy. It's a gift. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, so that was dope. So I have a lot of comics to sort and rebag because some of these are disgusting. But I love it. And my friend's going to love the Doctor Who. She collects Flash. You're going to love this stuff. And the Don Rose is going in my box.
Everybody wins.
Yeah. But, dude, this is so good, man. This is like VHS tribute.
Yeah, that's cool. We got 5 minutes left. I want to talk about something.
Go for it.
I want to make a book recommendation, like a real book, not a comic book. My stepson got me this for Christmas, and just last week I finally got around to opening it. Dirty Pictures, which is written by Brian Doherty, and it's a really, really interesting history of underground comics, starting with basically Crumb, and then going on to cover, Spain and Deitch and Trina Robbins and Richard Corbin. It's very, very comprehensive. A lot of kind of archival interview stuff worked in there. There's no pictures. It's 100% text. It's a thick book. It's almost 400 pages. It's very dense. But anybody with an interest in the history of underground comics should give this a look. It's well worth your time. And that's my nerdy book club recommendation of the week.
That's awesome. Bro, you've got me hooked on these underground comics. I'm not going to lie to you. And it's very detrimental, but we didn't even get a chance to say it because we didn't show it in the last show. I got a bunch of underground comics. Somebody came into the store with them.
Yeah, you got 4 minutes if you want to show them off.
I don't know where they are. I
Next
got Giant Punk magazine, all this stuff. Anybody who watches our show, hopefully we get thousands of views. ever stress comics, it'll come in. Your ship will come in with whatever you need.
Yep.
Like I hate stressing it. I hate that fear of missing out. I had the fear of missing out for 2 books. One, actually, this one I could show you if I could find it in time. Because this is one of the books that came in. This one I think is the guy who does this Kyle
Peter
Baker.
Bag, you did hate.
Oh, Peter Bag, yeah. But a friend of ours came to a show and gave me something which I was so grateful for. But now I'm kind of losing. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, and there's something else. This made my life.
Yeah, Matt gave me one of those too. Shout out to Matt.
I jumped out of my skin.
Oh, Matthew, not Matt.
Yeah, I jumped out of my skin for this.
I know. You literally jumped when he handed you that. You bounced in the air like a foot.
I had such fear of missing out of not getting my hands on this because I'm a huge wrestling fan, and I love zines. So the fact there's a zine and it's like a reproduction signature inside of one of the Von Erichs, I was so happy.
Which centerfold did you get?
Same one as you.
Okay.
Same one as you.
With what's his name from Shameless and the Bear, all ripped.
Yeah, I got Kerry Von Erich from Jerry Allen White. Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah, that's right. I was spacing on his name.
Yeah, and then real quick, the last 3, I found all the Punk stuff, but it's too late. I know I'm running out of time. Metal Haran.
Oh, cool.
That was in that pile.
That's awesome.
The comic book stuff. One of the heavy metals, just an old one.
Yep. Love that.
And then I think this is a German I Want to Be Your Dog Punk magazine.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's got Iggy on the front there.
Yeah, Frank. No, it's French. It's French. It's
French,
from Montreux Trudin.
Very cool.
Yeah,
never seen.
I love punk rock magazines, and I could never afford it. I always think I'll never find this stuff, and then boom, it walks into the fucking store. That's why. Oh, how much time we got? 1 minute.
1 minute.
All right. This is the last one. This is a New York thing. This is a collection of cartoons possessing no redeeming social value whatsoever from the students of the School of Visual Arts in New York City. This was a students-only magazine.
That's pretty neat.
I fucking love that shit. Comics and magazines. It's terrible. It's great. I love this. I love rare stuff. It's cartoons. But, all right, let's wrap it up. Sorry. I'm Billy Bombs.
I'm Ian.
We'll see you at the next Queen's Comic Party. Please give us a follow, a shout, a like, and everything, and come hang out.
Oh, and because this is going up on YouTube, you have to hit the like button and slap the subscribe, right?
Yeah, and you'll see all the wacky stuff. We're back on the schedule. Once a week.
We're back on. We're going to do this at least every 2 weeks. Maybe we can do it weekly. We'll try.
It depends on how much stuff we find, but we keep finding great stuff.
Queen's Comic Party, Woodside, Queens. Go to queenscomicparty.com. It's happening Sunday, the 14th of April. Be there, be square.
Totally. Or you can be round like me. I'm as tall as I am wide.
Yeah, be there, be square, or be round, be yourself. It's all good. But just show up.
Cool. All right. Thanks, man.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Queen's Comic Podcast.